Hey guys, making sure I click the start button. Hey, just giving you a quick update right now. This is gonna be vlog number 4. I did come back from Pax South pretty well. I didn't get the vlog. Wow, I just said vlog. Well, hi vlog. I didn't get the Pax Pox, which is actually what I expected because I don't have the greatest immune system sometimes. But I did come back from Pax South. It is absolutely amazing. And if you haven't been to a PAX before, it's kind of interesting to talk about what it's like. PAX is kind of like a convention for a bunch of gamers. It is called the Penny Expo. Sorry, the Penny Arcade Expo, and it is literally a gathering of games and everything gaming. When they first started, they wanted an expo just purely gaming, and that's why they started it, and that's why they invented it, and that's why it's been going so big. And I think they started with West. I think West was the first one they started with, and then they worked their way around, and now they have West, which is Central or Main or PAX or whatever you want to call it. It's the one on the West Coast. PAX East, which is in Boston. PAX South, which is in San Antonio. PAX Australia, which is Australia, and they just started a new one that's coming out in September, which is PAX Unplugged. PAX Unplugged is going to be mostly tabletops, but it's still gonna be something cool to go to. We actually might be going there. I don't have a lot of videos to show right now because my camera broke when I got there, so I didn't get to like really take videos or anything like that. I got to take a bunch of pictures, but unfortunately my phone broke as well. So I'm using a broken phone right now. I will upload as many photos as I can over the Discord over the weekend or over the next week, and trying to get all the photos off of this phone to be able to load it all into the PC. But until then, I am completely and utterly broke on photos. So let's just talk about PAX, shall we? So when you enter PAX, first thing is first, actually. This is the first time I've gone. This is my second PAX. And as you guys know, I work for Streamer Square. Streamer Square is a fantastic site, if you guys do not know. I do write articles for them. It's run by a Twitch partner called Loco2525, so LOWCO 2525. Fantastic streamer, out of this world. And she is a wonderful person and started Streamer Square to help small to mid-time streamers be able to get into the streaming game and understand what needs to be going on in streaming. Even the bigger streamers can benefit from the website, because what it does is it goes, okay, here's the newest equipment, or here's what's going on with these websites, or here's the updates that's going on with this and that. We don't deal with a lot of the drama or anything like that that goes with streaming. What we do is we make sure you get the most up-to-date information about all your favorite programs, apps, anything related to streaming, like Blue Yeti, because I have a Blue Yeti right here. There you go. I have a Blue Yeti right there. So we would do a review on the Blue Yeti, and we have companies from time to time that do want to send us products and have it test out, and we're fine with that because we like to make sure that you get the best experience possible. Like we do have Cougar coming up, which is a wonderful company that we actually met at South that was going to be sending us some products, and we're going to be testing them out and doing reviews for it. So streamersquare.com is the website, and if you want, here, let me do this real fast. I will add a quick little text real fast to make sure that you guys see this. So this way you guys understand what it is. Type streamer square. If I can spell it.com. There you go, streamersquare.com. Here it is. As you guys know, I don't do any edits, so this is going to be on the thing. I don't do any edits with these. I like them to be raw and uncut. So streamersquare.com right there, guys. Go visit it. Make sure that you guys visit it probably on every few days. Articles are coming out all the time, including a PAX South breakdown that I did. I broke down of some of the biggest boosts, some of the biggest games that are going on, and a whole bunch of things are going on for that. So make sure you guys visit there in the next few days. If not, go visit it now. You guys might find it a lot helpful. So PAX South, when you walk in, this is the first time we registered for a media badge, and we got it because PAX was nice enough to say, hey, we recognize you as a media person, because I am a partner of Streamer Beam. I'm a partner person on YouTube, and I work for Streamer Square, so it's kind of a bigger thing. I think the Streamer Square thing was the big thing they really kind of like they saw, and they knew that I really wanted to cover it for Streamer Square, so they did allow us to get our badges, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, this is the band they're handing out every year. It's a different, or every PAX is a different band, and obviously with Resident Evil being the way it was, here's Resident Evil 7, and it was really, really big. So you can go around, and a lot of companies have these lanyards. Sorry, I call them bands, but they're lanyards, and they just pass them out for their games. Like the swag is one of the biggest things that you go to a PAX for, because you do like all the swag. Now, PAX South is the smallest of all the PAXs, and it shows when you walk in, because when you walk in, it's not as big as the other ones, it's not as filled as the other ones. It's a huge convention center that has a lot of open space, which isn't a bad thing. If you haven't gone to a PAX before and you are saving up for one, I would highly suggest going to South to get your feet wet, honestly. And then after South, save up for West, or save up for TwitchCon or something like that. Save up for one of those cons, but get your feet wet with a smaller con first, even like a local comic con or something like that. It's easier to do, because if you go for your first one, it's overwhelming. It really is. And when you do go to the con, I highly suggest, as a streamer, to create business cards and to create something to identify yourself as. So, as you guys know, I'm usually wearing this beanie. I usually have something with me, and then of course we have right here, we have the wonderful B Bands, guys. B Bands is a company that we are working with on Beam side, and it is a wonderful company. Don't you beep at me. It is a wonderful company that we are working with, that creates these little bands for you, and they create a whole bunch of things. I'm actually going to go and pop in their address real fast so you guys can see the B Bands Pro. It's B Bands Pro, not RPO. B Bands Pro right there. There's another company that we are working with, and B Bands is an amazing company. It's ran by a couple streamers on Beam, but they will work. It's a company, so they will work with you for what you're looking for. They have a couple options that you guys can do. One of the options is you hit no money down and you sell a certain amount, and then they will literally send them out with no charge to you. Another one is you could buy a package, stuff like that. They'll work with you as long as you send a message on there. Excellent company. A way to stand out right here, and they usually do buttons too. So as you see, I'm gonna show off my button real fast. My button at House Tavern, as you guys know, House Tavern is my streaming persona. It is the theme that comes around my stream. I was knocked over my drink, and it is something that is just absolutely fantastic. So back to PAX. Like I said, stand out from yourself. And this is more B Bands, by the way. See, as you see, I am obsessed. So these are other streamers' B Bands. So, but I digress. When you go to PAX, be prepared. Also, bring a notepad, because there's a lot to do, and there's a lot to see, and there's a lot to talk about. I personally bring a notepad because I talk to a lot of the developers, and when I talk to a lot of developers, especially trying to get the inside info for Streamer Square, I like to write down the stuff, and I like to sit there and go, okay, yeah, okay, sit there and go, okay, this is what I said, okay, way too many times. This is, what's going on, and I like to have the notepad. I just have questions on the notepad already to ask the developers. So, if you are a developer, or if you are wanting to talk to developers, make sure that you're prepared to talk to them, and don't be afraid, because these are the guys that want to talk to you. They want to be interacting with gamers. They want to see what you're about. And if you can make an impression on them, maybe later on you can have an impression from them in the form of early access to a game, or something of the sort. Don't be afraid to go out there and talk to people and say who you are and what you do. I know I was really afraid of it in the beginning, especially streaming, because everyone's like, what do you do? And I'm like, well, I am a waiter, but I am also a streamer. And what's that? And they go, well, you know how you like to go turn on the TV and you watch those actors, right? And they're like, yeah, I like to watch, I'm like, what's your favorite actor? And they'll say Johnny Depp. And I'm like, okay, Johnny Depp plays characters, right? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, streaming is, I am playing media, content, or some form of game, and while I'm doing that, I am playing myself, and they're watching my reactions live to whatever content that I'm playing. And they're like, okay. And they're like, why would you bring up characters? I go, because some streamers use characters, like Benefits, like Dr. Disrespect, like people like that. They do use characters to run their brand, which is fine, because they built it around that character. But I personally am myself, and the best thing about seeing it, about being a streamer, and this is something good that you guys can use for explaining streaming to other friends and other people and everything like that, if they don't get the concept, because a lot of family members don't get the concept because they come from an earlier age when the internet wasn't so predominant that we have in our generation. It's always good to just relay this information to them. Be like, I am a streamer, which means that I am literally taking a content and having a live reaction to the content, so people get a feel of how the content is. And I say content because you're not just playing games. Sometimes you're reacting to videos. Sometimes you're reacting to responses. Sometimes you're reacting to things that people post or artwork, or you're sometimes drawing artwork like Queen does. Queen of Art, shout out. Or sometimes you're doing things like Brilliant Buffoons, where you're playing the drums, or you're doing what Pixels does, and you're designing video games, or you're programming video games. There's so much stuff that you can do while streaming, and that's what people need to understand. So when you're telling them, hey, I do content, you're telling them, this is everything that you can do while streaming. And then let them know that sometimes live reactions are the best reactions, because imagine, take it back to their time. Be like, let's say you never went to a movie, right? And you read the critics, you read the critics, you read the reviews and everything like that. Well, imagine if you were able to watch the movie while they had a live reaction to that. So imagine if, like, your favorite critic, and I don't know if anyone actually has a favorite critic, let's be honest. No one goes, well, Jason Johnson is my favorite critic. He does reviews amazingly. No, I don't think anyone really has a favorite critic. Rotten Tomatoes is a website, so maybe that's like their favorite. But, it'd be cool to have the person sit there and watching the movie and going, that's the worst CG I've ever seen in my life. Oh, boobs! Or something like that. Just something of that sort. It would probably make it a lot more entertaining to watch it. I know a lot of DVDs come with director's commentary now too as well, so you actually get to like watch with the director, and the director goes, well, in this scene I was making sure that the light was perfectly on the woman's bosom, stuff like that. So I know I get a lot of boob jokes, sorry. But it's a good way of explaining to people what you do. It's a good way to say, hey, this is what I do. And wouldn't it be awesome if you were so unsure about a game, like you were like, okay, well, I really like Resident Evil. I really have liked Resident Evil 4, but this new one I've heard is just a completely different thing. And, I don't know if I really want to spend $60 on it. $60. $60 is a lot of money for a lot of people. $60 is really hard to just pull out your butt than just give up for a game for a lot of people, especially people looking at short budgets. A lot of people that do watch streams or watch Twitch, they have a very tighter, like a tighter budget. I'm not going to say a tight budget, like they can't spend anything, because I'm sure they do, but they do have a tighter budget, or they have kids and they don't want to spend a lot of money, or they want to get something for their kid. This is also another really good point that I'd like to prove to everybody. They want to get a game for their kid, but they aren't sure if they really want their kid to play that game, because there's a lot of graphic content out there. It could be anything, like especially Resident Evil 7. If I had a young kid, I'd be like, no, you are not playing that. But if he was like a mid-teen, I'd be like, okay, I'll think about that maybe. But it's a really good way for, I'm like digressing. I go on rants, I know. It's a really good way for, them to see the content without having to pay a dime. And then let's say you get, 15 minutes into the game and they're like, okay, this game's not that bad, or not as bad as I thought, or I'm really intrigued by this game. Then they'll go on and purchase it. And now you just help the company make a sale while bringing in a viewer, while possibly helping a family, understand what gaming and streaming is, and getting a game and getting it to enjoy and bringing joy to them. And that's why I love streaming. I love the idea that not only do I get to build a community, that you guys come in and hang out with me every day, and you guys get to spend all this time with me and say, well, I really enjoy spending 3, 4, 5, sometimes people spend 6 or 7 hours with me in a day. That's more than my girlfriend wants to be around me sometimes. But you guys come in and we built a community, and we're doing a great job. And you guys get to see all these games, and you get to see all this content that I produce, and you guys get to see it without having to spend a dime. Now, if you want to support in a financial way, it's always beneficial in my aspect, because it helps the stream to grow and helps the stream to be able to go through and like subscribing because I'm a partner and everything like that, helps me to become a little bit bigger and helps me to possibly achieve my dream of becoming a full-time streamer one day / content creator. I say that because I don't want to just stream as a living. I want to do things like this. I want to be able to sit there and talk to you guys while streaming, and then afterwards I want to post these type of videos, help you guys along to be able to tell you guys about my life, and then, you know, just kind of like help along and just have a life outside of streaming. So that's kind of what my goals in this is, to have all that. But yes, so I'm not going back. This is kind of, you know, how you can explain streaming to people, and you know, you can change your own variation, obviously make it to your own. But streamers are beneficial to a lot of people. Streamers are really a benefit to the society. It's a brand new form of entertainment that have not been completely tapped. The life of the streamer is now. Like, we are just starting to get to the golden age of streaming. You know, Twitch and Beam and Hitbox and YouTube and everybody that are starting to become a bigger aspect in the streaming goal is really becoming quite divisionized. I mean, I see like bigger streamers like Ko and Elo and Summit signing autographs, and their autographs going for money. Like, that's pretty big. Actually, I have Summit on my screen right here because I love watching him. I love watching and listening to him and watching his competitive nature and you know, learning tips from him from CS:GO, so I learn to build better. But the age of streaming is coming now, so hop on board, guys. It's coming. But let's go back to Pax South. Okay, so I got all these little things I want to show you real fast. I got like things lined up here on my desk I want to show you guys in just a second. So when we go to Pax South, obviously, you know, like I said, the Pax South isn't as big as other PAXs. I started my PAX adventure in Pax East, and Pax East was huge. Like, Pax East blew my mind. It is one of the biggest, one of the biggest conventions that I've ever seen, ever. Like, and I've gone to Comic Con, and Comic Con was pretty big, but PAX East was crazy. So Pax South was like a step back, thank God. And it was so much easier to cover it and relax and enjoy myself without having to like run around like a maniac. Granted, there wasn't as much stuff there, and there wasn't much things to do, and you could kind of run through the whole con in almost a day, and kind of have like a word with people here and there. But you won't get like a decent conversation with a lot of people. You won't get to like meet up your favorite streamers. You won't have to do that. So I kind of took it easy, like got there Friday and just kind of like walked around, like I kind of planned the route. And this is kind of the tips that I'm going to give you guys right now. Plan your route the first day. Like, literally get there. And if you get there as open, it's even better if you get there at open, because it's so much better. Oh my God, I just wrecked something. I'm not picking that up. Oh wait, yes I am. I need to show you that. Okay. I think getting there early, sorry, I wrecked something. I think getting there early on Friday is so much better because you can plan your route. Like, you can literally go around and you can walk around with this little map that they give you, which I had right here. Here you go, let me show you real fast. They give you these little booklets right from the start. And you get this map. This map? This map is the convention map, as you see. And you can see marks, like you can see X's through it and stuff like that, because these are X's that I went and talked to them and hit them and said, hey, you know, this is who I am and stuff like that. They also have colorful maps, which is really cool. What they have is these colorful maps during it, and these colorful maps show you, like, you know, by color. I know this green screen's kind of flipping out, sorry. By color, what everything is and where everything is to meet. And then they have schedules, and then they have tournament schedules. Like, they have Overwatch, which I'll get to in a minute. And in the back, they have like streamer meetups and all that stuff, and all their, of course, their sponsors and stuff like that. And then also panels too, which are in the theaters of the convention. And the panels will sit there, and the panels are great to go to because they're free advice. They're literally free advice. Like, when you guys are watching this video right now, this is free advice. But the panels offer professional advice from these streamers. So, pick up one of these when you get to the convention and plan your route. Like, literally plan what you're going to do, plan where you're going to hit. Sometimes you could pick these up early, sometimes a day early. So if you're there a day early, like if you flew in, if it's on a Friday, which usually is on a Friday, and you flew in on Thursday, sometimes you can fly by the convention center and pick up the actual whatever you want to call it, catalog, I guess. And also, best thing to do is if you do get there a day early, plan your way to the convention center because every city that PAX is in is hectic. And I always suggest there's two things I'll suggest about lodging. Either stay in the city, really close to the convention, and yeah, it's gonna be a little more expensive, but you can walk there and you save on taxis and gas and renting a car and all that stuff, and walk there, and it'll save you so much. Like I wish in PAX South I would have stayed in the city at a really good hotel and just walked to the convention because I ended up renting a car for like 150 bucks or something like that, and I could have just put that 150 bucks back into the hotel and just stayed at a really nice hotel for 3 nights, 4 nights, and done that and walked to the convention the whole time and saved on gas. If you don't rent a car, you're saving on taxis and Ubers and all that stuff. So just get a hotel closer. Now, if you can't get a hotel closer, because they usually fill up really fast, my next suggestion would be to get a hotel farther away and look on cities look on sites like Travelocity and stuff like that, and rent a car or try and get a package deal with a car. Like Quinta is a really good hotel that I stayed in. It only cost me about $230 for 5 nights. By the way, 5 nights, $230, which was a special. And I rented a car, and the car again was like $150 after gas and all that stuff. But I drove that car everywhere. Like, we drove that car all 5 days. We drove that car everywhere, and we got to explore the city afterwards, and we got to explore around, and we got to go around everywhere, and we weren't limited. Now, renting a car option, that's option 2, is just amazing because you do get the mobility, like, afterwards. Let's say Sunday you're done and you want to, like, go somewhere or something like that. You have the mobility, and then you can even pair up with other people and rent a hotel room together and share the car because you guys will probably be together the whole time anyway. So someone that you trust and someone that you really enjoy. But you guys will be together anyway, and you guys might as well just share the car and drive along together. And it'd save you so much money in the long run, especially pairing up. The more that you can get on board with you, the more money you're going to save in the long run. Okay, so back to planning. So that was it. So make sure that here's the kind of the steps. Get there early if you can. Plan out your trip to the actual convention center. See if you can get one of the things early, one of these wonderful booklets early. Try to pick up your badges early. Badges are usually a day early. You can usually pick up your badges before. If you didn't pick up your badges in the mail already, try and pick up your badges at the convention center and kind of like, just go pick them up early if you can. Especially media members, guys, you got to pick up your badges early because media members get in a day early, or not a day early, sorry. Media members can get in a day early, actually, but that's kind of like really restricted. I didn't qualify for that. But media members the day of actually get in 2 hours early before the rest of the general media. That 2 hours is huge. Like, huge. 2 hours without anyone on the floor, or like very little on the floor, to where you can talk to a bunch of people, or you can get in line to the big events. And you can like really like hit the big boys before anything else. Huge, guys, absolutely huge. So if you qualify for media, and media is hard to qualify for. Now, don't ever think that like media is not easy to qualify for. Media is huge. If you do qualify for media, get it. It's worth it. It really is. And you also get your own private entrance too. So when you're like walking up and you have the badge on, security usually waves people this way. They go this way, go this way. They'll with media, they'll go, oh yeah, come on in, and you're going to this private entrance. You'll get quickly checked, and then you'll just go right in. It saves you so much time. But again, pick up your badges if you can before. When you get there, plan Friday. Plan out your routes. Plan out what you're going to hit. Plan out who you're going to talk to. Walk around, see games that are interesting. If the game is interesting, that's why I say bring a notepad. Write it down. And don't forget to hit it when you come back. I forgot the notepad on Friday, and I hated myself. Hated it. Because I really, really wanted to hit a bunch of games that I missed. Like, there was Hand of Fate 2 at there, and I missed it. I missed a bunch of games that I really wish I could have hit. So write down the games. Write down the stuff you want to hit. Even the equipments and stuff like that. You want to go and see demos and stuff like that. Write it down as you walk through. Because it's going to save you so much time in the long run when it comes to Saturday, when you're like run around like a maniac. Now, after you're done walking through and going through all that stuff and writing down everything, now you can actually hit the stuff if you want, but I would suggest like literally walking around. Make sure you hit the town halls, because there's always important stuff inside there. Usually happens about 2 or 3, and just make sure that you cover things, like you know where things are. Also, they have the loot bags that start right away. Loot bags are a PAX essential. The loot bag is located in the queue hall. Now, PAX South was really easy because all you did was show up. It was a table. You grabbed one, you left. PAX East is a little different. You had to line up, and you had to line up for like an hour. And then you got the loot thing. And the loot thing is cool because it's a bag. It's literally a bag. Let me see if I have it. I might have it right here. I might have it actually all packed up. It's literally a bag of goodies. I don't have it with me right now. It's in my bag, which I didn't unpack yet. Which it's actually see the bag right there, but it's a bag of goodies that you only get for going to PAX. Like, so sometimes it'll be like skins, sometimes it'll be like game demos, sometimes it'll be alpha, sometimes it'll be 30% off this, 50% off that. And like it's huge. Like, you have to get the loot bag, and sometimes there's a pin, sometimes there's a sticker, sometimes there's this, that. Whole bunch of things. I suggest always getting it. I get it on the second day all the time. I don't get it on the... Well, no. I think I get it on the first day. I think I got it on the first day in PAX East. Second day, PAX South, because it wasn't so busy. A bigger convention, try to get on the first day. Fridays are usually less busy than Saturday and Sunday, especially early in the day, because people are still at work. And the convention ends, so people go Saturday and Sunday a lot more. So the Saturday and Sundays are usually busier. Except Sundays, people actually fly back out. I don't get it. So Saturdays are going to be your busiest day. Let's just say Saturday. Sunday is probably your second busiest day. Friday is your least busiest day. So plan out your day on Friday, and then try and hit the things that you can while you're planning it. Saturday is going to be your mega day. Saturday is going to be your start at one corner and work your way through, and plan your panels accordingly too. Like, if you're going to go watch a couple panels, plan them accordingly. Like, make sure you allot yourself enough time, because panels fill up fast. You have to actually enter a line 30 minutes before usually. Some people line up an hour before the big panels. And plan your panels accordingly, because you will literally be sitting there for like 30 to 45 minutes. So bring like a DS or something to play on. And you'll be sitting there, and then you have to rush in and get a seat. And try not to get like the front row, because the front row really, you have to like, you sit up here like this. But like the third or fourth row is great, because you're like looking at the streamers or looking at whoever's on the panel, and you're not like hurting your neck. And then the convention center always closes at 6, so you have a limited amount of time. So it's literally like 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So it's 8 hours, like full work day, and it'll fly. So plan out your day, go from corner to corner, do everything you can. Or on Saturday, plan it to where you go from one corner to like a certain spot, and you get to talk to everybody, and you get to like try the games and stuff like that. And then Sunday you do the other way. Now, the big games, like this time at PAX South, we had the Nintendo Switch, we had Dreadnought. You had a really big like Atlas Reactor booth too, which was always busy. You had Dauntless, which was really big as well. And those were like bigger booths with bigger games, so you're gonna expect to wait a long time. Like the Nintendo Switch, if you didn't get in there at the beginning, or like really early, you were done, because the line's capped. Oh, Resident Evil 7 too, because Resident Evil had a special event. It was VR, and you like walked into the home. It was really cool, actually. You walked into like the actual home, like they recreated the home, and you walked into the home, put the VR set, and you were in the home while you were doing the VR. So you like you redid the game while you were in the VR. It's so freaky. But like literally line up for the big games as soon as possible, like as early as possible, if you are interested. Like the Switch I got a hold of because I lined up the moment I got in there. The moment I got in there, I lined up for the Zelda, and I was playing it. Or sorry, Mario Kart. I didn't get to play Zelda. I wanted to play Zelda. Mario Kart, and I was playing it. And I got through really fast, and it was good, and I got to play it. Then I went up to Hyper, and now I got lucky because, again, the Media Pass really helps you out here, because the Media Pass, people see the Media Pass and they go, okay, well, I really want to cater it to you. Like Hyper Universe and a couple other companies really kind of hooked it up. They literally went, okay, well, your media, stand here, back here, and we're going to get you in the next game. And I was in the game 15 minutes when I probably would have been waiting like 2-3 hours for the actual line. So, you know, getting games that you want early, and you even spread them out, like do two big games on Saturday, two bigs on Friday, two bigs on Sunday, something like that, because there's usually bigger ones. And just make sure that you plan it out with your panels and plan out your timing and everything like that. And don't be afraid to talk to developers. They're here for you. Like, they really are here for you. They're here to like talk to you and be with you and show you your stuff. You know, don't be afraid. They're begging you, right there, you. They're begging you to sit there and play their game and be interested in it. And that's something that people don't realize. They get all nervous. They're like, oh, you know, can I play that? Is that cool? No, don't do that. Just go up and be like, hey, what is this about? Talk to me. What's going on? Sell me your game, because eventually, if I like your game, I will give you the money to let me play it. And that's the transaction right there. It starts with me. I'm going to give the developer money so I can play the game. Again, me, meaning you, are going to give the money to the developer so they give you the privilege to play the game. So the starting ground is you. So don't be afraid to say stuff. Don't be afraid to talk to them. Don't be afraid to be honest. Don't be afraid to be like, you know, this really sucks that it crashes like this, or this really sucks that this build is like this, or this really sucks that, because you know what? They love that. They love the honest opinions. They love hearing about things that they could improve. You know, you never know. They might go, wow, that's a great insight. You know, here's a copy of the game. Tell us what else we can improve on. You know, don't be afraid to talk to people, because you're a streamer. Like, this should be like, talking to people should be your thing. So yeah, I mean, Pax South was amazing, and there's a lot of really good things. Oh, the Overwatch tournament that was going on. There was a big Overwatch tournament in Hearthstone going on, but it was like far out in the corner. Like, you walked in and right here was all the game stuff, and then like you turned left and you went into like a desolate corner, and there was the Overwatch booth, and with this like gigantic Overwatch screen, and they were playing like Luminosity, I think, was playing, Optic Gaming was playing, and they were playing like a big Hearthstone. Like, it seems like every convention I've gone to so far, they've all had big tournaments. So if you're like an esports fan, this is great to go to, because you get to go on to see these wonderful teams play live, and you don't have to worry about paying for more tickets, because you get to see them there. And they walk around and greet people and sign stuff, and they sell esports stuff all the time. And you can literally like get them to sign it if you get their jersey and stuff like that. It's really cool, actually. I liked it a lot. I didn't watch a lot of the Overwatch tournament. I like got to like glimpse at it for like 15 minutes, and I saw Ammunition, which Ammunition I have such admiration for, and I hate myself that I didn't go up and like say something to her and say hi and get a picture with her. But I saw her watch the Overwatch tournament, and I like looked at her for a little bit, and I was just like, I just want to come say hi. I just want to come say hi. You're so fucking cool. If you guys don't know Ammunition, she's a Twitch streamer. She's a partner. She's really, really awesome. And she is a great singer too on SoundCloud. You can actually look her up on SoundCloud, and some of her music is just so like to the heart, and you're just like, oh my god. But again, I go ranting off. So, but yeah, watching the Overwatch tournament was cool. It was big enough to where you could see it. Like, you literally stand all the way back and you could see it. So it's not bad. So that was PAX South, guys. I mean, it was a lot of fun, and I'm hoping to reach PAX East. It's about a month away, but I don't know if I'll have the money for it, to be completely honest. Conventions are not cheap. Lodging, food, tickets, like it's not cheap to go to. But if you could get a hold of a possibility of going to like 2 conventions a year, you should definitely do it. Especially as a streamer, it's the best way to network, and you get to meet your fellow streamers, which is really freaking cool. Like, you get to see them in person and meet them, and get to walk around with them for a little bit. Now, I'm a person where I'll meet the streamer and hang out with them for a little while, but then I kind of go off and do my own thing, because I do work. Like, that's like part of my job, is like I gotta go to the convention and make sure I cover stuff. But yeah, I mean, it is one heck of a thing. If you're not going to conventions or not planning on going to conventions, I would highly suggest changing that ideology really fast, because it really is worth going to the conventions and just seeing things, just to be there. Not even to like, even if you don't go and do anything for streaming, even if you just go there and just hang out, it's just so cool. I mean, if you bring a significant other, maybe they'll get it. Like, if they're into games, it's fantastic. It's so much fun. But yeah, I'm gonna close because we're already on 34 minutes. I talk and this just goes, like the time just rolls. So I'm gonna take off. Thank you again so much. I'm gonna get back on my vlog schedule. Oh wait, let me show you this stuff. Wait, I'm sitting here like knocking stuff over. You guys heard all this stuff. Okay, so like you get these cool little pins too. Like every booth hands out these pins, so I got like a bunch of things. Like one of them's like tired for some foreplay, in it for the XP, like the Discord pin. Like they hand out these little pins, which are really cool. And like there's just a bunch of them. Like I just like got a bunch of them. This is actually a Beam streamer. It's I Am Batman. Shout out to Outright Batman. And then you got Underbite Gaming. It does look like a bunch of things like that. See like Flog before, and Kitty has claws. I'm doing this for like selfless shout outs here. KW Arion, stuff like that. So wait. The Poke Warlord. Wait. And a good friend that I actually got to hang out with outside, and he's an excellent person, Clifford, aka Miku, which a lot of Twitch streamers know because he's a really good person, and he's just a really good person, like in general. I keep saying really good person, but he's just a really good person in general, and he is literally like could be the best friend to anybody. Like that's just the best way to describe him. But I will digress again and go, okay, if you're not going to convention, please plan on going to convention soon. It's so much fun and so great, and I wish I had more pictures and stuff to show you because that'd be great. I will see if I can get the videos up, and I'll do like a Pax South Part 2 actually covering PAX with like videos and stuff. If I can't, then the next vlog will be whatever. But like I said, I'm going to get back in the vlog schedule. Probably try to do a couple vlogs a week, honestly, instead of just doing one a week. And just kind of get this vlog flowing because I like doing these. These are a lot of fun. I see the time just flies when I do it. So, I love you guys to death. If you're not part of any of my social media, there's going to be links in like the description down below for all my social media, my game list, my player.me, my Twitter, my everything. Everything will be down there. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do right in this corner right here. There's a sub button. Please do subscribe to hang out with us again. Otherwise, guys, I will see you soon. Thank you so much for coming in, and peace.